Hello, and welcome back to video games. Hi. We're doing my Bloodborne tonight, but we're not doing the main playthrough. Tonight, I am hopping back over to my original file, so we can start doing Chalice Dungeons. I figure these are already separate enough from the main game that I might as well just do them on a separate file, and this is the easiest way to do it because I already have all the chalices on this file. But I haven't actually, finished all of them. I did most of them. But anyway, the name of the game here is, I'm going to stream for 3 hours like usual, try and get as much done as possible, but when I upload these to YouTube, I'm going to separate these VODs out into chunks and do like one chalice per video. That seems reasonable to me to do, so that's what I'm going to do. Hello, Chibi. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see what I can do. I did not mean to do an emote there. So, there are 10 fixed chalices, and then there are also a bunch of root chalices, which let you like essentially semi-randomly generate a dungeon based on the what the. Hello? Can you hear me now? Is my voice coming through? Ah, God. Okay. Thank you for saying something. Okay, good. Also, hi Ravenov, thanks for tuning in. I streamed Dark Souls Remastered last year, and I did a whole stream where my mic wasn't disconnected properly, or wasn't connected properly. I think I plugged it in before I turned on the PS4 and just didn't think about it. So I did that whole 3-hour stream. I did Blighttown and Sin's Fortress and Anor Londo without anybody being able to hear a single word I said. But nobody said anything, so I just talked to myself for 3 hours. No, I'm not bitter about that. Why do you ask? Anyway. Screw you, dude. These Chime Maidens are very annoying. They will continuously spawn minions until they're killed. And they'll spawn more dangerous enemies as we go further along. What have I been talking about for the past couple minutes that I'm going to have to repeat now? Something I think I mentioned before the microphone problems were pointed out is that one of the cool things about the Chalice Dungeons is that their difficulty is fixed. They don't scale up with New Game Plus cycles. They will stay at the same difficulty regardless. So, for these early ones, we're just going to be cruising. But eventually we will reach the point where the Chalices will expect you to already be in New Game Plus from how hard the enemies are. This is the lever. The Chalice Dungeons have several different configurations, but the basic goal for each layer is to find this lever and pull it so you unlock the boss door. And since we've done that here, now we can run back to the boss. Yeah, for sure. I'm amazed I dodged that. I like that since these are dungeons, they have more explicit like traps and things, like Sen's Funhouse. Yeah. Alright, and our first boss is the Undead Giant. There are actually several types of Undead Giant. This particular one just has hands. I just smashed it immediately, but they might have horrible growth pustule things on their bodies, and if you slash those, you'll get a big burst of damage out of it. Ow. Ow. Alright, I need to take this a little bit seriously so I don't die. Like that. Prey slaughtered. Usually the boss of the first layer of a chalice will give you some kind of bloodstone, and then the boss of the second layer will give you a root chalice for this particular type of dungeon, and then the boss of the third layer will give you the next chalice to go through. There are a few exceptions, and there's one chalice that has 4 layers instead of 3 for whatever reason. We'll get to that later, I'm sure. I'm not really gonna feel the need to resupply for a while, I'm sure. Okay, there's the door. I'm gonna go this way before I go up that ladder. Excuse me? Hello. Hey. Behave yourself. These things are trap mechanisms. They're activated by a switch nearby. But if you destroy them, you don't have to worry. If you see any weird, suspicious-looking squares, don't step on them. Traps will happen if you step on them. So don't do that. Hello. Goodbye. Doesn't seem to be a ladder in here anywhere. Seems like this room is a dead end. Oops. I mean, that's your prerogative, Chibi. I won't stop you if you want to do that. I did most of these Chalice Dungeons way back during my original playthrough like a year ago, but if you just remove the chalice from its ritual spot, you can reset it and do it again, which is how I'm able to do this entire playthrough to begin with. Excuse you? Where did they even come from? Did they follow me all the way here? Whatever. I was about to say, don't think I don't hear y'all. Because I do. Ah, they're coming from this way. Alright. You! Settle down. I wasn't done exploring in here yet. Yep, those are, in fact, I'm pretty sure this is one of those, so I'm not gonna step on it. And sometimes they're placed in really mean places just to catch you off guard. Frame rate was chugging a little bit, not sure why. It's fine. This game runs at 30 FPS most of the time, and it's been... I hear a lot of complaints about that, but it usually runs pretty smoothly for me. It only hiccups like it's only hiccuped like a few times for me in my entire history with this game. Usually it runs pretty rock solid. But, I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky in that regard. I'm gonna see if I can sneak up on this man. I think I killed him with the initial back attack. So that man is super dead. That's fine. I didn't even see what I picked up there because the prompts got in the way. Nice. I don't know what you mean. Alright, now to cross the bridge. Go over here. I like to be super thorough when I go through these, and it's a good idea to do that. Because generally, as long as you thoroughly explore the chalices, you will find the ritual materials that you'll need to make the next one, with a few exceptions. Some of the stuff you need to go get out in the main game, but I'll point those out as we go along. I'll try to anyway. Hello. Bye. Like that. Some free ritual blood. I mean, fair. I think that's everything in this chalice. This particular layer of it, I mean. This way. This way. Yeah, that's everything, I think. How mad were you, Chibi? I'm curious. So the conceit behind these is that you're conducting these rituals to, like, transport yourself to the underground tombs below Yharnam. These are, like, the ruins of a previous civilization called the Pthumerians. And it's never touched on in the main game, hardly at all, I don't think. But it's its own deal that's, like, separate from the main game. Now the boss is just one of those big dudes, but there's 3 of them. One of them has a gun. Where's the 3rd one? Yoo-hoo! There you are. Ow. Ow. Alright. Go ahead and top up. Ah. Yeah, that would have given me the Pthumeru root chalice originally, but now we just get some free stuff, I guess. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, that gets into... Interesting, Ravenoff. I have not played Elden Ring yet. I want to play that next instead of Sekiro, because Elden Ring kind of plays the same like these games, I'm assuming, whereas Sekiro is very different. Alright, time for the 3rd layer. But yeah, like Chibi said, it's mentioned in some flavor text that, like, some of the scholars at Bergenworth found these places, and it's a whole thing. I don't know how much Elden Ring is offhand. I'm not going to buy it immediately. I have other stuff I want to play at the moment. It's not, like, high on my priority list. I do like these games a lot, but I'm not, like... I wouldn't consider myself a fangirl of any particular company. It's just... some companies make a lot of games that I like, and... you know, I try not to be loyal to any corporations because they only care about making money in the end. You gotta keep some perspective on that. Oh, that's right. These gnarly boys. They're very loud, and also constant warning if you hate centipedes, because they're fucked up centipedes. This is gonna bring down an elevator, I think, but I'm gonna stay down here anyway. Ooh, Arcane Haze. That's another ritual material. Somebody's being rude up there. Hello. Some more ritual blood, thank you. Ah, there's a Chime Maiden somewhere in here. It is so nice to be able to one-shot enemies. Speaking of which... she's gotta be up here, right? Yeah, I hear her. There you are. Yeah, that makes sense. I've heard that that game has approximately a shit ton of bosses and just areas. And, like, I haven't played the game myself, but I have seen videos and speedruns and stuff of it, and a lot of it seems to be just, like, caves and stuff. And, like, that makes sense. If you're making an open world game, you gotta fill it out somehow. It doesn't like offend me or anything. Hello, Mr. Chris. Let me, thank you for tuning in. Let me pull up Twitch on my laptop so that I can actually read your full comment. For some reason, the PS4 layout just, like, cuts off some of it. No, it's fine. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Once you go far enough, you start to see how exactly these things can repeat themselves. And, like, I'm not gonna hold that against anybody if they don't like that particular aspect. It's fine. But I personally love these things, these Chalice Dungeons. It feels very old school dungeon crawler in a way that FromSoft just doesn't make anymore. Like, I've only played a tiny bit of the very first Kingsfield, and I didn't get very far, and I died very quickly, and oh my god, the controls are so clunky. But this feels kind of like this feels kind of like that. Not in gameplay terms, obviously, but in just, I don't know, general vibes, I guess? I'm weird in that I haven't actually played a lot of dungeon crawlers, but I love them conceptually. I just like going into a really big, messed up place and exploring it and, like, figuring out where everything is and dodging traps and having your resources whittle down slowly. I don't know. It's just cool. I think dungeon crawlers are cool. And this feels like a dungeon crawler. I'm not terribly good at explaining myself with words. With spoken words. I'm much better if I have time to, like, actually... I've gone in circles again. I need to go upstairs. Where are the stairs? Yeah, I want to play the Ancient City at some point, but I have... But I have brain rot that makes me experience media. Like, if I haven't played a series before, I have to play them in released order, or it's just not valid. Which obviously that's stupid and not true. You should play games in whatever order you want. But also, I've heard that, like, the turn radius is so slow that it takes upwards of 10 seconds to, like, turn 360 degrees, and that is absurd. There's a ladder there, but I want to explore this floor more fully before I go up said ladder. Oh, look! There's the switch, and Mr. Man has noticed me immediately. Go ahead and pull the lever. Is there anything behind here? No. Alright, is there anything else in here? I don't think there is. No, there's just the one exit. Fair enough. Alright, now where's that ladder? There we go. Ah, it's kind of hard to focus on. I'm not used to having a chat so relatively lively. It's weird trying to focus on that and also play the video game at the same time. It's funny. But, like, God, I can't imagine being a popular enough streamer that you have, like, thousands of viewers. Like, how would you even function? You'd have to just, like, tune chat out entirely, right? I even struggle to conceptualize, like, having, I don't know, more than 10 viewers. That would be weird to me. The most I've had at one time was like 5 or 6. Is there even anything up here? Is there even another door? I know there's a cage evader up here. I'm stealing that, by the way. I think there's just the one door up here. You! Quit throwing shit at me. I don't appreciate it. Give me that knife. Oh, I probably should have resupplied all of my important items before I started the stream up. That's okay, I'll do it afterwards. Oops! There's one of those trapped squares that summons dudes. What did I step on? I didn't even notice it. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, in Dark Souls 2, you can actually destroy chests, but that only works if you hit them several times. If you just hit them once to check for mimics, it won't destroy the chests. So that's on them. Okay, I think that's everything out on this layer. I love descending ladders in near total darkness. It's my favorite thing. Did I go this way? Okay. This leads back out here. Good. Good, good, good. Stairs are this way. I knew that. I'm just gonna drop down. Okay, boss time. In a minute. Oh, right. Sometimes there's a door after the boss gate, but before the boss. I forgot. We're gonna do some more exploring real quick. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about the boss at all. I am level 147, so we're good. Excuse you. These kidnappers are usually a problem, so it's nice to be able to one-shot them. Yeah, that's generally pretty common. Oh, somebody's phantom is just standing there. Menacingly. Yoo-hoo! Take that. Open that door in a second. No. I'm busy. Some more tomb mold 1. Yes, blood tinge is a whole thing. I like to roll into these things to dissipate the fog. I'll open that door in a second. But I thought there were stairs. There were not stairs. I'm very smart. Oh, you're talking about the Fist of Gratia. Is that any good? I never used it because there's always only like one or two fist weapons in these games, and they're never good. You never want to use them. Like, yeah, I'm sure it is funny, but is it good though? That is my question. Okay, don't fall off there this time. You know, that's fair. For some reason, these coffins always make a jump scare sound when you open them, and they usually contain the real goodies. It reminds me of the Tower of Latria from Demon Souls. There are some Iron Maidens that you can open, and every single time you open one, it makes a really loud jump scare sound. And like one of the times you do that, a dude jumps out of one to attack you, but like the other ones are all empty or they have items in it, so it's just very funny. It's like, dun dun! Yeah, I've opened like 10 of these already. You can chill out a little bit, game. Okay. Now we can go fight this boss. It's the Watchdog of the Old Lords. He's a shithead, and I don't like him. Luckily, I'm very overpowered, so he's dead already. Bye. Normally he would give you the Central Pthumeru Chalice, but I already have that, so we just get a Bloodstone instead. And that's the end of this chalice. I was hoping... So this boss shows up in a later chalice, the conditions of which make it a way harder fight. And I was helping Chibi out with that version of the boss the other day. And he flattened us like pancakes. Just gonna top up my dealies, and we should be good to go. Forgot to get rid of this chalice. Let me just remove that. We'll get back to it later. And I'll remove that. We'll get back to that later. Okay. I need a lot of blood echoes to level up, so I'm just going to hold on to these. That's it for that chalice. For the stream, we'll keep going, but for YouTube video people, that's all for this one. I'll see you in the next one.